Most pet owners' love for animals doesn't stop with their household pets. Dr. Mats, a technical specialist from MSD Animal Health, the makers of BRAVECTO, is back with us to discuss the topic of what to do when rescuing wildlife. Good morning, Dr. Mats.
Good morning.
You know what, these days, more and more people encounter, wildlife animals that you're not used to seeing in urban areas. What is your advice for people, crossing paths with these animals?
I think it's becoming more and more common as our sort of life extends into the urban area, or the rural areas rather. And I think the first thing to do is to understand that it's illegal to keep indigenous species because you do need a permit. It's also unfair to them to have them in your home when they're used to being out there in nature. If they are injured and you feel the obligation to do something, then you do need to realize that if you get them to a vet as soon as possible, they'll be much better equipped to assess what is wrong and do the right thing. But also then be able to pass them on to a rehabilitation center or a vet who works with wildlife all the time and hopefully get them back into nature as soon as possible.
I think the goal is to keep them in their natural habitat. And I know that people, they develop a liking for these cute animals or these animals that they've rescued. There's that bond that forms. But apart from it being illegal, why is it wrong for people to keep them?
I think a lot of the time we don't understand them well enough. So naturally the way you would look after them will not be sufficient enough. And sooner or later you do land up with problems that either is too late to address or has caused severe suffering to the animal already. Okay.
And in terms of, when it comes to stopping, and should you ever just go for an animal and pick them up, or should you call for help, or do you pick it up yourself and take it to the vet?
I think the best thing for me is usually to wrap them up in a blanket, so it does offer protection for the animal as well as yourself. And it creates a bit of a barrier that does make that animal feel a little bit better. And then absolutely get them straight to the vet.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Dr. Mats. Now, the successful rescue and rehabilitation of any animal should end with it being returned to its natural environment. Now, in our next BRAVECTO segment, we look at why it is important for a tick product to kill ticks quickly.
Well, winter's a time where we try to make sure that we're comfortable, we're warm, and of course our health is taken care of. This same principle applies to our pets as well. And as a pet owner, you can bite back this winter with BRAVECTO and win. Now, BRAVECTO is giving away a year's supply of BRAVECTO as well as a year of pet insurance to not one, not two, but to 10 lucky winners. So to enter, you'll need to buy BRAVECTO from any vet clinic or vet store, then SMS your name and the last 4 digits of the barcode to 45969. Now, SMSs cost R1.50 and entries close on the 15th of September 2017. Visit www.bravecto.co.za or expressoshow.com to find out more.
For your extraordinary pet, you need extraordinary care. Give your dog 12 weeks protection against ticks and fleas in just one tasty treat with BRAVECTO.